Chronicles of Abdullahi A. Sule.
I don't want to see anyone killed. Not even the armed robbers and the killers, and this is not something that I wish to see. I wish the people will change and actually blend into the society as hardworking people who are willing to make a living. And they will be more than welcome. But the one that we can't stand is just to be on the side and see our people being slaughtered.
It was not an easy task since the state was created, but you could see the tempo of crisis going down as the years roll by. The government should not be left to do virtually everything. We as citizens and followers must make input, must contribute our quota in supporting government initiative and efforts so that the general good will benefit all of us.
The government of A. Sule represent our collective aspirations. He represents our collective expectations of what governance should be as. So I urge the people to continue to show their support, to continue to rally around him so that he can deliver. Let's avoid all these differences that tends to divide us.
You see, what I discovered about Nigeria and about leadership in general, no matter what you do, people will criticize. Sometimes people will first criticize before they understand even what it's all about. They will criticize it, they will abuse it, they will do that. Then they will say, what is it, by the way? Then they will tell them. So now if you find lots of the people who are criticizing this Almajiri system, they are the same people that will come and pass the street and see these Almajiris and wind up their glass and not even pay attention to these little kids. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they will eat that day. They don't know where they live. They don't know anything about them. They don't care about them. They will have their own children in the same vehicle waving at this little Almajiri, and they will zoom and go. And then you have somebody who is taking some action on this same Almajiri, and you are criticizing it. And if the person leaves them on the same street, you will still do the same thing. You are going to drive away. You will do nothing to them. So this is the situation.
Su malamanku ba wai laifi suka yi ba, amma malami ɗaya yana da ƴaƴa da yawa ba zai iya kula da su ba. To yana ɗaya daga cikin dalilan da ya sa gwamnonin Arewa gaba ɗaya suka yi shawara cewa wannan lokacin annoba lokaci ne da ya kamata a ɗauki yara a koma da su wurin iyayensu da suka haife su saboda su kula da su.
We did in fact at a point said even before the current move to see whether it is possible to have some movement of these innocent children, the first thing we criticized was the kind of curriculum that the Almajiri system had provided. We tried to understand what has brought about this curriculum in the Islamic education. This system is not practiced anywhere in majority of the Islamic countries. Then where did we get this curriculum coming to us? You may attribute this maybe fairly because we are in a place called the Maghrib, and some of those things that we learned was the interaction of our people with places like Sudan and this across coming back to the side of Africa. But if you go anywhere outside of the Maghrib, there is nowhere that you find this kind of practice going on. And largely in most Islamic countries, you find children going to conventional and well-organized schools, well-organized Islamic schools. Even before the coming in of Western education and so on, well-organized schools. Unfortunately for us, we got this, it is more of, cannot be attributed or attributable to an Islamic practice.
You find little children as young as 3, 5, 7 lying on the streets, sleeping on the corridors of garages, the corridors of shops, on the street, under the trees. And these are the kids that are supposed to be our leaders. This is abuses on these children. They are highly exposed to so many risks. And then for that reason, he made this committee to look into that issue to quickly see how these children can be rescued from what they have been exposed to.
What we decided to do as governors, we say it is not right. One of the things the northern governors should do is to encourage parents to take responsibility. Because what parents do these days is to have children at a random. Okay, they have any number of children, they take them to the Sangaya school, they hand them over to this head of the Sangaya school, and they tell them they are Almajiris, they have come to learn. They don't check on these children. They don't know what these children eat. They don't know where they sleep. They don't provide for their upkeep. They don't know whether they have taken their bath. And the worst of all, they don't know whether these children are even getting the so-called education they have brought them to get.
Chronicles of Abdullahi A. Sule is a production of the Directorate of Strategic Communication in the Office of His Excellency Governor Abdullahi A. Sule. Edited by Amos Adoiner Al Hassan and Lucky Stephen. Music score, Ikwan Onker. Directed by Yakubu Lamai.